Hello everyone, welcome back to Agri Farming. Today we are back with how to grow organic spinach at home. Spinach is one of the first short-season, cold-tolerant salad greens to show in the home vegetable garden. It is easy to grow green leafy vegetable which is rich in nutrients. It does not need much space and extra care to grow. If you are a home gardener and prefer home vegetable gardening, growing spinach organically is a great addition. Now, let's get into the basic requirement for growing organic spinach at home. The best soil type for growing organic spinach is well-drained soil rich in organic matter such as compost or composted manure. The pH level of the soil should be 6.5 to 7. Spinach germination temperature is 10 degrees Celsius to 22 degrees Celsius, and the sunlight requirement, it requires a sun to partial shade. For water, spinach grows best in cold weather, so avoid overwatering. Now, let's see the varieties of spinach. The important varieties of spinach are Savoy spinach, Bloomsdale, Thai, Regiment, Indian Summer, Catalina, etc. Savoy and semi-savoy types are dark green leaves and it is plucked or crickled and becomes specially crisp in cold weather. Many of the best plant varieties for growing through winter have savoy leaves. As for smooth leaves, spinach is lighter shade of green compared to savoy spinach, but the leaves are easier to wash and the plants tend to grow upright. Now, let's see spinach growing season and its growing period. Spinach is a hot season leafy vegetable grown across all India, and this can be grown in backyards as well as open fields commercially. Spinach is sown throughout the year. For the winter season, the best time for seed sowing is from September to October. For spring season, complete seed sowing is from mid-February to April. Use row-to-row spacing of about 25 to 30 cm and plant-to-plant spacing should be 5 to 10 cm. So, let's get into how to grow spinach from seeds organically. Spinach seeds can be vary extensively in how long they will last. Some varieties will only last a year or two, while others can make it for 5 years before their germination rate is affected. First, you should loosen up the soil and then remove any weeds or large rocks and sticks. Amend poor soil with compost or worm castings and then mix the organic granular fertilizer into the before seed sowing. You can either space the seeds 2 inches apart or then thin them later, or space them 4 to 6 inches apart if you don't want to thin the seedlings. You can also plant spinach from seedlings. Spinach can be grown without seeds by using transplants of seedlings or stem bottoms that will have the root attached. Simply plant the roots into the soil and water to grow and then establish new spinach plants. Care and management of spinach. Spinach is one of the leafy greens that provide more nutrients than any other food. Organic spinach is low in calories and also high in vitamins and minerals. Organic spinach can grow even in shade. Spinach requires full sun and regular water and must be planted in rich, loose soil. Before planting, work in 10 to 15 pounds of organic compost per 100 square feet to a depth of 8 inches. Work the soil thoroughly and taking care to break up any large clumps. Rocks must be removed from planting area and add a source of organic nitrogen such as bullet meal or alfalfa meal to develop large, deep green plant leaves. How to grow spinach in terrace. Growing organic spinach in terrace is easy. Place a soaked spinach seeds on a paper towel to remove excess water so that it does not stick to your fingers when you sow them. If you are growing organic spinach in a container, then use a good potting mix. If you are growing spinach outdoors, then make sure you have added a good quality compost to the soil. Plant your container-grown spinach that is 6 to 12 inches across the soil amend with compost to aid in water retention and place in full sun. The soil pH should be around 6.5 to 7.0. Sow seeds 1 inch. Sow spinach seeds directly into the ground, half-inch deep in early spring or late fall. Thin seedlings to about 6 inches apart, then they are 4 to 5 inches tall. Spinach plants like water, so keep the soil evenly moist but do not wet. Now, let's get into the most important point, that is nutrient requirement or fertilizer requirement for spinach plant. A fertilizer high in nitrogen, the first number on the fertilizer package, will help produce dark, healthy plant leaves. Fish emulsions and soy meal are good organic choice for spinach plant. Additional fertilization is not required if you have already prepared the soil by adding several organic materials. Additional fertilizing is required if you notice slow growth. You can fertilize the spinach plants with organic fertilizers such as fish emulsions or compost tea when the plants have at least 4 true leaves. Use fish emulsions and well-rotted manure to amend the soil before planting. Then, side dress with any organic fertilizer that is rich in nitrogen during the growing season. Compost work well for organic feeding and can apply once or twice per growing season. Any water-soluble, balanced, and nitrogen-rich organic fertilizer will work just fine. Spinach plant harvesting can benefit from use of organic fertilizer. If using organic fertilizer for growing spinach, blood and cottonseed meals, alfalfa pellets, and fish emulsions are the best options. Now, let's get into the organic pest and disease control for spinach plants. Healthy spinach plants are not usually infested by pests and diseases. Among insect pests, leaf miners and aphids are very important, which can be efficiently managed by organic pest control. Downy mildew and mosaic virus are two common foliar diseases affected by spinach plant. Choose resistant varieties to provide plenty of air circulation and water in the morning to help prevent fungal problems. The damping of disease causes spinach seedlings to fall over and die soon after they emerge. Plant quality seeds and then avoid overwatering to help prevent the disease. Process compost thoroughly in a hot pile before adding to the soil. Because spinach plant grows so early in the year, it tends to be done for the season before the worst pest and disease becomes a problem. Though there are few regular issues that most spinach growers will have to face. Flea beetles. Equally tiny flea beetles come out early in growing season and like to chew small holes in spinach plant leaves. To control these pests, row cover is the best defense, or possibly planting something they love to eat even more, such as eggplant, to distract them from your spinach plant. One of the most common disease in spinach plant is spinach blight. This fungus is spread by aphids and will turn spinach plant leaves yellow and stunt them. Keeping ladybugs around your garden is a natural aphid predator can help keep this pest in check, as can planting disease-resistant varieties such as Indian summer or waiting until your plants are completely dry before touching them to stop the spread of fungus spores. To prevent bolting of spinach, know when to plant each variety of spinach seed. You can use these seeds 6 to 8 weeks before the first frost in fall. In cooler climates, you can plant a seed in a cold frame in fall and cover late season plants with hay. Now, let's get into the harvesting of spinach. Harvest spinach when leaves are young and allow maturing and harvesting outer leaves 6 to 8 weeks after being planted. Spinach should be ready for harvesting, though the leaves can be harvested any size. You can harvest the leaves by carefully cutting off the outer leaves or by cutting off the entire crop about an inch from the soil. Spinach plants will reach maturity 40 to 60 days after direct seedling. Harvest young tender leaves before it gets too hot. Summer heat will cause bitter plant leaves and bolting. Cover your shade cloth and water frequently if temperature exceeds 26 degrees Celsius. That's all folks for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to this channel and please ring the bell button to notify you whenever new video is uploaded. Thank you for watching.